in Greenville. Now, among the Republicans in Charlotte, RNC Communications Director Sean Spicer, who joins me now live. Sean, good morning.
Thanks for having me, Thomas.
Absolutely. So first of all, let's get to several of the polls, including a new Gallup poll today that shows Mitt Romney got little or no post-convention bump. Did he miss an opportunity to sell Americans on his plans?
When you look below the top line, you'll see that the intensity that we have among our voters is extremely high. The governor's favorability rating, his likability rating went extremely high. Our convention gave us an opportunity for Governor Romney to speak directly to the American people about who he is, give them a greater understanding about his vision and the solutions that he has to turn this country around. So I think by every measure on our side, we look at our convention as a tremendous success. As you noted earlier, the governor laid out a 5-point plan during his speech where he talked about what he would do day one to get the economy moving again. Conversely, here at this convention, they're going to have to answer the fundamental question: are you better off than you were 4 years ago when President Obama came to them and said, "I want your support going forward"? And I think unequivocally the answer is no by every single measure: the debt, the deficit, the economy, energy prices, health care costs, college costs, groceries. There's nothing going in the right direction, and I think the president's going to have a hard time making the case that anybody in this country is better off than they were 4 years ago.
Sean, here's what President Obama, though, had to say in Colorado yesterday about Mitt Romney and the Republican convention. Take a look.
There was a lot of talk about hard truths and bold choices. But the interesting thing was, nobody ever bothered to tell us what they were. And when Governor Romney finally had a chance to reveal the secret sauce, he did not offer a single new idea.
So, Sean, how do you respond to that? Because Glenn Kessler in the Washington Post blog on August 30th had this to say, that Romney's policy paper issued by his campaign contains few details, and it is mostly a collection of policy assertions such as reducing debt, overhauling the tax code, fostering free trade. Also talking about the fact that when he brings up that he wants to see 12 million jobs added over the next 4 years, that Moody Analytics in August already put out the forecast saying that 12 million jobs are going to be created by 2016 because of the economic trends that have been started under President Obama.
Well, I think, one, the governor put out a 59-point plan that's on his website. He talked about what he would do day one to move this country forward. There's a big difference. President Obama promised hope and change. For the first 2 years when he was elected, he had a Democratic Congress, both in the House and the Senate. He took his eye off the ball. His priority wasn't jobs in the economy, and look where we are now. Governor Romney has laid out his vision, things like energy independence, talking about unleashing coal, natural gas, that will not only help us become energy independent, but will create jobs. Conversely, I mean, he understands day one how to get things going and where to focus on. He's laid out a series of metrics by which to judge him, unlike this president who, as you pointed out, what did he spend his time campaigning on the last couple of days? Attacking Mitt Romney, attacking the Republican Congress. He's got to at some point take responsibility. He's been in office for 4 years. He was the one in 2008 that said, I understand the problems this country are facing. I've got the solutions. And now 4 years later, it's blame, excuses, alibis, nothing. There's no responsibility. There's no sense of accomplishment. It's how are we going to attack the other guy because they don't have a record to run on.
Sean, as we've been discussing this hour, a lot of focus today has been on the classic campaign question that you keep bringing up: are Americans better off than they were 4 years ago? And here's Newark Democratic Mayor Cory Booker speaking in Charlotte this morning. I want you to take a listen.
The nation has a role to play to make strategic and critical investments so that we all get a return on investments. But Romney should understand that. ROI, that's what your business was about. But instead, we have one guy who's more interested in tax loopholes.
How do you respond to that? He's saying that Mitt Romney is more interested in tax loopholes, basically staying insulated as a one-percenter and keeping the few people that he would represent within the Republican Party even more insulated if he were elected president.
Well, I would simply say this. Look at the governor's track record, whether it was running Bain Capital, where he made something out of nothing, created great companies like Staples Sports Authorities, Bright Horizons, his work at the Olympics, where he turned a failing Olympic venture for this country into a source of national pride. As governor of Massachusetts, he took a state that didn't have a balanced budget, that was last in job creation, moved them up to 30th, balanced the budget. Everywhere that Mitt Romney has gone,
Sean,
he has a
he
record
moved it up to 47. He moved to the 47th out of 50th, and if we look at Bain,
no. That's
the
if you
job out of
average it
Bain,
over 4 years. Look at where he was day one, and look at where he was at the end of 4 years. He got that state up 20 places in 4 years.
The job performance out of Bain, though, was that job performance strictly out of cash making or out of job creation?
You have to make money to hire people. So that's the day.
Or to let them go could be the counterpoint to that.
But Thomas, let me just take you back a step and look at the notion that everywhere that he has gone through his life, he has tackled problems and it come out better, and he has figured out solutions that make something better. That's the kind of guy we need right now. Okay, and so everyone wants to attack him, as opposed to saying if Cory Booker and Governor O'Malley think that this country is better off, then A, say so and point to the accomplishments. But right now, they can't do anything but attack Mitt Romney, because after 4 years, they've got nothing to show for it.
RNC Communications Director Sean Spicer in Charlotte. Sean, we'll talk again. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Absolutely. With the economy.